Anatomy of Meter, part 150, Geek Girl. Oh my gosh, did I love this show. The author of the original book wrote it before she knew she was autistic, and they carried that energy through with this adaptation where it's very clear that Harriet is struggling and has a hard time being different and doesn't totally understand why she's struggling so much. And it's also implied at one point that her father is well aware she has something diagnosable, but then doesn't want her to be defined by a label, so he refuses to do anything about it or mention anything to her. Meanwhile, we see how that denial of a label is preventing her from getting the care and support and understanding that she needs, which is actively harming her. Yes, people in her life treat her like she's sensitive and different and accommodate some of her needs, but she still doesn't quite get why that's happening. And I've seen some critiques saying that this is effectively autism baiting, but for me, it feels really indicative of what it's like to grow up undiagnosed, which is a very unique experience that has pretty much never been addressed in autistic media before, and particularly the idea that a label could hold her back and therefore denying her the ability to even think about one was the cultural norm for a very long time, and I like how it made it kind of clear that that thinking is not actually protecting her. They did enough really clear autistic coding that it doesn't feel like, oh, they're just doing it to get audiences hooked but not handle a complex issue. It's a clear narrative decision that I very much agree with, and also blurs the lines between who else is autistic coded or not in the show, which is even more complicated by the fact that most of the characters we meet are in the fashion industry, and arts people are weird, which is part of why she fits in more in that world, because that kind of uniqueness is celebrated in the arts to some degree. But anyway, I really adored this show. Fingers crossed for future seasons. I will try to track down the book, and please go check it out on Netflix, because it feels like if the Princess Diaries were aware of how autistic coded it is and leaned into that. It's an absolute breath of fresh air. Go watch it.